sure. We're on.
Yeah, it's better, right? I'm on at 11.
Yeah, I know.
11:30.
All right, we continue some great conversations. This is a guy that's been on the show once, twice, or many times. The return of the Iceman, Chuck Liddell. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Every year, this thing gets crazier and crazier, and I know that I say this to you every time we talk because we talked back in the day. Can it? Will it? What's it like when you walk in and this place is just a zoo?
Well, it's awesome. I mean, I think everyone's always asking how's it doing, how's the sport. Obviously, it's doing great.
Yeah.
It's the best sport in the world. I've said it for a long time. And it's exciting to see how how much opportunity there is in the sport and for the growth of the sport.
How much do you, and we'll get back to the Fan Expo, and I know we only have a few minutes. Thank you for going out of your way to stop by again. How much do you watch? How much do you still watch the sport? I know that you come to these events.
I watch. I'm still a fan of the sport. I still watch a lot. I still watch what I can. I mean, you watch all the UFCs. I'm like, there's 40 some odd UFCs a year, and to watch them on TV from start to finish and all the different things. I mean, you're looking at 6 hours a day. I got kids. I'm spending a lot of time with that. So, yeah, I still watch fights, and I catch some of the fights that people tell me, well, you got to check this guy out, you got to check that guy out. So I'll go back and watch those fights, but I'm still a fan. I still watch fights.
People always say, be careful what you wish for, because back in the day, it was an event every 3 months.
Yeah.
I'll see you in 3 months. Now it's like I'll see you on Tuesday because there's another event. Who do you like watching?
I like a lot of the guys. I like guys that are aggressive and trying to finish fights. You know me. I'm a fighter. I like guys watching it. I still my favorites are still some of the older guys and friends of mine. But those are getting to the point where there's not a lot of those left.
Yeah, after what is it tonight?
After Robbie's one. He's one of those guys. He was always fun to watch because he's just something. I was talking to Jens Polver about him at the thing, and it was like. He's a man. He was a kid.
Yeah.
He was a kid when he started. He's been tough all the way through. Fun to watch.
How happy are you when guys from back in our era, like Jens, go into the Hall of Fame the other day?
That's great seeing a guy like that. And it's funny. It's funny they're talking about it up there. Like he mentioned Alfie Alcaraz, who's one of my good friends, and they had that split decision back then. And he was talking about the lighter weight classes and making the start from a 155-pound class. Well, at that time, my boy Alfie, if they had a 125-pound class, he would have been tough to beat he had a split decision with Jens at 155. He should have been fighting 25s. He was fighting 25s in kickboxing.
Wow. Now, I want to ask you a question, and if it's too controversial and you don't want to get into that, that's fine. I stand very strong. No. Robbie went in the other day in the fight wing of the Hall of Fame. I'm not going to ask anything really crazy. I'm adamant that if you go in the fight wing, Frank Trigg is a great friend of mine, but Frank Trigg's not a Hall of Famer. The fight is in the Hall of Fame, and then all the media here is on me. They're in the Hall of Fame. I go, how many bats are in Cooperstown? How many jerseys are in camp? That doesn't make you a Hall of Famer. And I'm just curious, as a Hall of Famer and a legend that helped build. Like Babe Ruth. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I agree with you. I mean, sometimes guys that aren't quite Hall of Famers, they're involved in a Hall of Fame match, or Hall of Fame, something that there's been some iconic fights that weren't iconic boxers.
Right.
There's been guys that they're just they're not the two best guys in the world, but that matchup was awesome. Made for an amazing fight. They're not bad, they're not horrible guys, but they're not world champions. Neither one are really world champion caliber.
Right.
So it's not. It doesn't just. But that can say still that fight can be that iconic.
Well, and that's what I say. Right. That's iconic. But both fighters are not Hall of Famers, and no disrespect to Frank, no disrespect to Rory McDonald. He's not a Hall of Famer. Robbie will go in, obviously, in my opinion. And I was just curious. I know we're running out of time. Well, I don't want you to be late. It's the Air Force. Air Force isn't really military, but it's close. I went down and I told them that as a Navy, we can give each other stuff. What else is going on? What are you doing? I know you just played in the golf tournament. What did you shoot?
It's
Trees?
trees. No, actually, that was the first time I played when I was into
The celebrity baseball?
Yeah, so they actually used my drive twice, so I was really happy. I just thought that was the first time for that. Usually my drive is there,
Right.
or there, like straight, stream right or stream left,
Right.
nowhere. No, if I try to really hit it hard, it just never quite goes down the middle. Got a couple down the middle, so it worked out good.
Did you enjoy it?
Oh, I always have a good time doing those things. I mean, it's a fun time, good cause. So it's fun to be out there.
I've always said that golf is one of those few sports, that I enjoy because I stink at it, and I'm not going to get any better. I don't go out there and try to be
Look,
Tiger.
I learned early on when I tried to do it. It's like, look, I get a little bit better at shots, like that. When you get really good, you got to spend 3 days. I don't have any. If I want to be even decent, I got to spend 3 days a week at golfing. And I don't have that time. I don't know about you, but I don't have that time. And if I did have that time, that wouldn't be what I'd be doing.
For sure. Final question: how's your karaoke going?
Oh, my karaoke still is just as bad as it's always been, but now more people have to hear it.
There you go. Awesome. Chuck, as always, thank you very much. Love you, man. All right, let's go ahead and break. And then will you do one?